Can you give us a sneak peek of what to expect on this season of Quantico?
Do you want us to hold this?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody.
What's up,
I'm
guys?
Pearl, and this is Jay.
What's up?
We are on Quantico.
Dun, dun, dun.
And a sneak peek we can give you is... it's so difficult to say. So
Right.
this particular episode that's coming right now, you get to see him make lots of big decisions.
She's back. I'm back.
But what is she? Well, yeah, you're back. But what sneak peek can you give?
I mean, I've got to make a lot of hard decisions in terms of like some of our characters and their fate, I guess you could say, using computers for good or bad, who knows, to see how if people wind up dead or alive.
I actually just realized that I didn't even think of it the way that you just said it. Our lives, our characters' lives, are basically at some point in this coming episode in his fingers, hands, and actually going forward because of your brilliance and his genius vibe. So that's a sneak peek we can give you, and I think we've already given you too much.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get fired after that.
This is a question for Johanna. What was it like transitioning from Unreal to Quantico?
Oh my gosh, it was a huge transition. They're completely different shows. Different tones. Unreal is almost like a faux documentary, and Quantico is like high drama, high stakes. I don't know. It was interesting. Yeah.
Definitely.
I can't spoil it. You have to watch it.
Has it not come out yet?
No, Unreal has come out. You just haven't watched it. That's
Oh.
also where I met my husband.
Yeah, I know that's
Yes.
where she met Braddy.
Right.
So what's the most difficult aspect of acting in a show that's so high intensity all the time like Quantico is?
What type of high intensity? There's a lot of intensities. Physically, it can be challenging, not just kind of like the waiting on set. And I'm joking. But, physically in terms of we spend lots of time outside, and then we have stunts that we do a lot of the time. I had my first proper fight scene on this show, and I was just saying earlier to him that the fight scene wasn't hard. It was my body and the pain it was in the following day from pretending to hit someone. You've just got to try and be fit as much as you possibly can. And emotionally, and in terms of the story, and the backgrounds and how I'm a South African playing a CIA agent. Like, for me, that takes my imagination to a level I never even thought I'd have to imagine, which is quite incredible. So it's a lot of fun, it's very challenging, and it's a dream come true.
Yeah, it's I think the waiting around on set is actually the hardest part, because
Yeah.
after like the end of a 14-hour day and you still got to get the last scene, you're tired, you've been there all day, your makeup's cracking off, and all of a sudden you have to like jump straight into a really high, intense scene, and it takes mental power. It takes you gotta like play games with your own mind. So that's like the hardest part for me, I guess.
I think it's actually even harder than shooting the scenes, because we are, after all the waiting, by the end of it, then the most serious scene is in the end,
Right.
and then you're struggling to really kind of like get back into the zone.
Right.
But once the camera starts rolling, it just comes, which
Yeah.
is great.
One final question for you guys. As we are a radio station, what kind of music do you listen to in your free time?
Everything. I love Taylor Swift.
Johanna.
I love Taylor Swift.
Catchy, man. She knows what she's doing.
She does have some catchy songs. I grew up a huge Outkast fan, a big hip hop fan, and since I knew I was coming to Atlanta, I started like listening to some old Outkast jams. So I love hip hop, but I kind of like a little everything. As long as it's good, puts you in a good mood.